Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to podcast. I'm your host, Tom Grossi, and joined by the always...
Probably, you know what? You should probably say, I think, more for effect, the actual effect, the podcast.
He actually didn't say the. He just went podcast. He was very specific. Okay. Yes, TJ Pratt.
Oh, you're right. You know what? Podcast. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's do this one more time.
You know what?
Keep rolling and let's do it one more time. Yeah. I want to hear it again though. I do want to hear it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to keep all this in. I'm not going to edit this out.
It's perfect. Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to do the. Okay. Grossi Posse Packer Nation. Welcome to podcast. I'm your host, Tom Grossi, joined always by the elusive, the eccentric Ryan Grant.
I liked it.
Right? That was pretty good. Listen.
Eccentric? There you go. This guy's alliteration is off the charts, brother.
We do it. Listen, that's how we roll here on podcast.
Somebody's a teacher.
Probably. Don't spread rumors. But listen, before we even get talking about the Packers, before we even get into anything.
Yes.
TJ Pratt, since week one of this podcast, and we are in week 14, has said, listen, I'm going to do this every single week. I want the show to be called podcast.
You got it.
Well, TJ, today is your day.
You won. And it's funny because TJ, we got to say, TJ, you were in there. You've been battling the whole time. Hence why we appreciate that you continue to throw it in there. Because
in the trenches.
You were up there. You were finalist a couple times. I like podcasts.
That's
the point. Well, you don't know. It's to the point, but also like, what are you gonna get? What are you doing? What
you don't know.
We don't
Mystery.
know nothing. Man, it's a surprise. So, TJ, good for you, brother.
TJ is like David Bakhtiari sprinting downfield as Aaron Jones scores a 77-yard touchdown.
Yes.
He's with us the whole way.
Yes.
You might not see him because you're looking like, oh, MVS is faster. You're focused on Aaron Jones. But David Bakhtiari is huffing and puffing down there going.
The effort, the consistent effort. It's like very surprising. Like, whoa, podcast. That's the surprising was aspect of, whoa, look at David. But also the consistency. You know what? In the same breath, you're like, I'm not surprised because it's David. So podcast. Solid.
It's your time now.
Here you go.
It's your time. Well, Mr. Ryan Grant, it has been a weekend. It's been a good time. The Green Bay Packers obviously finding some success at home against the Philadelphia Eagles, knocking them down 30-16. Didn't matter who their QB was.
Nope.
Because we took care of both of them. Lickety split. And here's what I'll say. You called it. You called it. You said, get Aaron Jones involved. And Aaron Jones got involved. A 77-yard TD. 130 yards on 15 carries. That's what I call a good day, Mr. Ryan Grant.
That's a good day. I like what I see. And as we talked about it beforehand, before that run, I was like, okay, guys, let's come on now. Let's get Aaron. Let's get him something. Let's open him up. Let's get him. And that run was smooth. That was tough, boy. They gave him something right down the pipe. And then he, of course, did what he does and made the most of it. So, it was impressive. And I like that now he's back on track. I know he feels good about that. That performance. I know the line feels good about that performance. This is good. This is one of those wins, timing wise, that you're like, yes. Feels good across the board. You wake up and you're like, oh, I feel good. My body is a little sore, but not as sore because I feel good. Feel good. We feel good about this product we're putting forward 2 weeks in a row. Because now we're in that final quarter, right? Final quarter of the season.
4 games left.
And
4 games.
Fourth quarter, you got to step it up. So I feel good about us going into this fourth quarter. We talked about there's a couple important things that happened.
I guess there was like a couple things. Yeah, really like nothing like that many headlines.
Aaron threw a couple balls,
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
when hasn't he?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a whatever. Like he scored a couple touchdowns.
Oh, I got 400 to show off.
Yeah, like 400. I don't know. There are some quarterbacks that have 400.
I guess.
There are some quarterbacks in Green Bay that have 400. So it's like, what are you doing, dude? Like,
not even the first. Come on,
no. It's like, I mean, what? You're not even the first, dude. What?
God,
I've seen this before. Matter of fact, I was a part of it.
I mean,
I've literally seen it before.
Oh, it's literally. I mean, listen. He's just like, oh, I did it the fastest amongst any QB in history, and you're like, okay,
blah.
Okay, it's fine. Patrick Mahomes is coming. Everything that hurt saying that. Like, I just want.
And that made you feel sorry. Well, you did.
I knew I was like
taking it too far.
There was there was a line, and I crossed it, and I literally like we've said some bad things on this show. By far, that was the worst thing I ever said on this show.
Yeah, listen, Aaron knows that this is phenomenal, and it is. It's big time what he did. It's always special to see. It was awesome. Not only is it big that he did it, reaching a 400 milestone, but all the build up and seeing how guys appreciated it from Devontae and the tight end Tony. Yep. It's great. It's wonderful, man, to see like guys just be all in, and that's a true team, man. You can see guys they're rocking with each other. They're happy for each other. They're enjoying how things are going this season. So I like that, man. And so my hat's off to Aaron. Congrats, brother. You much deserved. You've done it. You've put in the work, everything, and you got to keep it pushing though, because I'm expecting 500, 600. Yeah,
over 9,000.
I don't know why you're laughing, but yeah.
No, it was an excited glee giggle. Well, here's the thing. They mentioned this in the press conference, because then I got really sad, because the question was, do you think that you can get 500 while you're still here? And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, Mr. Ryan Grant, I'm gonna go off script. We don't even have a script. It's just a random piece of paper, but we're gonna go off script.
There we go. Do your thing.
Okay. I want you to give me your honest opinion here, because we've talked about it. We've got, we're pulling up the sleeves for this one. Yeah, we've talked about it. Okay. Aaron Rodgers right now is playing at an MVP level.
Yes.
MVP-like season.
I think he wins the MVP if they go 4-0 to finish the season.
Maybe. And
I'm just gonna put that out there.
And listen, we mentioned before, Patrick Mahomes is playing very, very well. I think it's a two-man race right now.
Yeah, I do. I think it's a two-man race. I said if they win 4-0, because I don't necessarily see the Chiefs going 4-0, but who knows? Whatever. It's sure. If they win, I think Aaron gets it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
So my point is that earlier this offseason, and I would say even going back to last season, they're like the tail end, that last game against the Lions. You saw all the media reports. Oh, Aaron Rodgers is losing it. Oh, he's washed up. Oh, He doesn't have it anymore, which of course, probably didn't give him any fuel whatsoever. And, they draft Jordan Love. My question is not even about any of that. My question is, if you're the Green Bay Packers organization, you have a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers playing MVP level.
Yeah.
When do you get off that train? Is it like, because I feel like at some point there's obviously like the Jordan Love issue. But if Aaron continuously and consistently does this for the next X amount of seasons, I feel like it has to be impossible that you're going to pull the plug until he starts to show that he's not playing in this form anymore.
Well, yeah, I agree. I think that it's not like they don't have a track record of older quarterbacks playing at a high level for a very long time. So, with when I was there with Brett, it wasn't. I don't think they would have went with Aaron if Brett didn't say, "Hey, I'm retiring." Yeah. He made the first move, and then they reacted to that, and then that would put them in a little bit of bind. But why wouldn't you? If he's literally doing the job, the reason why especially if the goal is to win championships.
Sure.
If he's doing everything possible at such a high level to win championships, then I don't think you make a move from that aspect. Now, if he's unhappy, if there's other things that come into play, of course, then you got to take those into account. But to bring in Jordan Love with the hopes that he might perform when Aaron is still performing, like, it just doesn't make sense. It's counterintuitive to me. It's like, why do that when, yes, if he's dropping off, then it is what it is. But I don't know. I don't know how. I don't see it.
I just don't know how you pull that plug, because like that's the thing. There were so many narratives coming out after drafting Jordan Love, and the biggest question, of course, became was how much time does Aaron Rodgers have left? And that's before he started playing this season. This season, he's been phenomenal, phenomenal. And I think that, I just don't see how you stop like with a hot hand, right? Like you're just like, oh, okay, let's pour some water on this and like let's do that. So I'm looking at it just from a practical standpoint that I think, and I could be wrong, I 100% could be wrong here. I think the job is Aaron's as long as he continuously earns.
Of course, that's not wrong. Aaron's done enough to gain that. Absolutely. So it's no, you're not wrong in any capacity. I think it's Aaron's until he either decides or something, some other like something else happens.
Sure.
That comes along. And I said, and it's part of the business, from a business stance. Let's say he's performing lights out and he wants performing lights out money towards the tail end of your career. That might become an issue. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many other things that potentially could be an issue, but it's not going you don't let go of the performance. If he's performing at a high level, then no, you let him do that. So it won't be that. There's some other things that could potentially deter or slow things down or make there a level of discomfort. But nah, I see him. Honestly, at least 4 or 5 years. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let me explain why.
Yeah, please do.
They got a strong group up front. They're just strong guys who Aaron likes. They keep him off the ground like anything. What wears down? Your body starts to wear down and stuff like that. He's not, he's a very cerebral guy. So it's not like he's losing intelligence in regards to the game. He's not taking mega shots to the head. No, he's so cognitively, he's going to be able to adjust to the game. I think his physical will still be just because of the way he takes care of his body. He's very mindful of certain things. I don't think the wear and tear on his legs has really taken it just yet, because I also like the fact of how they're offensively, what they're doing with him. The line is going to protect him. So if you don't think that he can play at a Drew Brees, like play like Drew, why not? Yep. Like what's stopping him? Like, what year is Drew in,
14, 16?
Nah, so wait a minute. Okay, Drew came in 2 years before me.
Hold
Drew Brees was I think he was the quarterback.
Oh, wow. 2001.
Yeah, Drew Brees was the quarterback. I believe wait a minute.
I honestly, I keep forgetting that he's 40.
I'm trying to remember if Drew Brees was the quarterback my freshman year when we played Purdue. He might not have been. He might have been his first year out. 2001 was his rookie year.
Oh, I was right. So 2006. So it was 14 years that he's been on the Saints, and then there's those years that he was with San Diego.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, I forgot about the San Diego.
I'm saying, so he's done 14 just in
New Orleans.
Yeah. Yeah. Let your man rock. Aaron got some time.
Yeah.
Because this is got to be 2005. Was this 15 or 16 for Aaron?
Yep.
Yeah, let him rock.
Yeah. I get it. And that's why, I think that is almost kind of calming for a lot of fans, because I think one of the big narratives that was coming out was,
until it's not. Right now it's calming because he's playing at such a high level.
Sure.
What I mean, 5 months ago, they were, oh my God, give Jordan some reps. Well, shut up.
Every single time they say give Jordan Love some reps, I just tell him to go away. I'm like, first of all, he's inactive. He hasn't been active for a single game. Yeah, second of all, shut up. That's it. You know what I want to see from Jordan Love? A clipboard in his hand. That's the most I want to see from Jordan Love this year.
Learn the signals, my man. Get the signals down pat. Do what my man Matt Flynn used to do. Read those defenses. Start getting those coverage signals down from other teams. and help out Aaron.
I love Matt Flynn. I have such an undying love for Matt Flynn.
Everyone did. What do you mean? Everyone.
What he did to those Detroit Lions.
800 yards passing.
6 touchdowns. Yeah, exactly. Like that. And then that comeback game against the Cowboys. Oh,
that's the man.
It's just, I love it. I love it. Yeah, Flynn for the win, baby. Just Flynn for the freaking win. But you know what I like too is you're talking about like team bonds and things like that. Devontae catching Rodgers' 200th and also catching his 400th. So some nice bookends there.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Okay. Caught the 200 and the 400.
Yeah. James Jones got a bunch of crap on Twitter because he caught Aaron's 100th in Atlanta and he wound up chucking it into the stands. So he never got it back. So I was like, yeah, he literally wrote on Twitter. He was like, that's my bad. I owe you one, bud.
Real.
So, yeah. And I don't know if he caught it. He kept his 300 because I think the 200th was Devontae's first TD, if I'm not mistaken. So
that's sweet.
Yeah. So I think that he doesn't have that one either because they were asking him
about.
They
should split it. They should cut the ball in half.
Cut the ball right in half.
Cut the ball in half.
Listen, honestly, though, let's be real here. I mean, cut the ball in half, 6 balls. It doesn't matter. Not going to be as valuable as a Ryan Grant signed ball. So,
Okay. Wishful thinking.
Listen, dude, I was trying to.
No, I dig it. I appreciate. I said I appreciate it.
Listen, off camera. Come on, man. I'm giving you one. All right, I'm trying to.
I'm supposed to. You're right. You just
I just want to make sure it's getting to the winter. Seasonal depression is a thing. I want to.
Not for me, brother. This
well,
good,
that's because
I
live in California. It's always 65 freaking degrees.
I do not miss football.
Well, listen. Yeah, I know you tweeted about that today.
I just did. I missed. Yeah, that's it. The desire to be with teammates and brotherhood and working for a common goal. But nah, I don't miss
Tom Grossi on the podcast.
I don't miss my head ringing. Nope, none of that.
No, I mean your head rings now, but it's just because of this voice.
Yeah, I guess. So. But it's a different type. It's a
different. Yeah,
soothing thing. Soothing.
What?
It's a soothing.
Oh, thing. There is not. Can you imagine reading an audio, like listening to an audiobook and this is the voice that comes out? No, you're staying up for hours. You kidding me? Absolutely not. This is a mix of like Elmo and putting a bunch of nails in a wood chipper. That's what you got here with this vocal combination.
Nails in a wood chipper. That is a terrible image.
It's not a good sound
image. Yeah.
All right, listen. I don't have a voice for radio. I got a face for radio. It's not a combination, but I
actually think your voice would do great on radio.
You think?
I do.
Okay. What channels are we talking about? Like the ones that
what channels?
Like when you're like the static, like like I could be the static.
Channels? Hey, let me think about that. That I don't.
Ryan's like none that I would listen to, but like
you. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a talk radio guy. So like the radio where I don't know. I got nothing for you. Sorry.
Wow. At least
maybe just take that. Maybe you know what? Let's just erase that.
I was following through with a compliment.
Yeah,
and then you said, "Here's a." You know what?
And I took it back. I'm sorry.
I take that compliment. Well, thank you. This episode has done a lot for my self-esteem. And if seasonal depression wasn't a thing, it is now. So we were talking about off camera too. The defense stepping up. Now listen. There were still some holes, the run defense every now and then. There was some off coverage stuff, but 7 sacks.
Yeah.
Your boy Rashawn Gary.
No.
Doing well.
Let's go, Gary. You're stringing together. Well, I like that. We're stacking positive games, stacking positive performances. I know the staff likes that going in towards the end of the year. This is what we like to see. Yeah, we want that, brother. Keep it pushing, bro.
Darnell Savage, 3rd interception of the year. And it was amazing interception.
I didn't see that.
It was a diving, game-sealing interception. Yeah. Wonderful. Darnell Savage, coming into his own. You love to see it. You love to see it. So I'm thinking you're looking ahead to next week. You got
hold on. Before that, what are we thinking about special teams? We've kind of
Ryan.
We've kind of like.
I was gonna move on.
I know. We don't want to move necessarily. Okay. We want to address them. We're not panicking. We want to just address whatever's,
Ryan, let me ask you a very personal question. Okay.
Yes.
At your peak condition in the NFL, peak condition, what were you weighing at?
My peak condition?
Peak.
226.
226. Okay.
225, 226, yeah.
225, 226. Okay. So, and that's just pure muscle. That's just pure.
I guess you want to call that.
Listen, I tried to give you another compliment. Take one, damn it. Okay, so 225, right, okay. 226, right? Bordering on that. Yeah. If you are running at me in your peak athletic condition, full pads, and I'm just standing there with no pads on, little football experience.
Yes.
I still think I would do a better job of getting in your way than J.K. Scott has on both punt returns. J.K., my man, what in the hell are we doing? Pat McAfee's watching. He's watching it for Aaron, and he's seeing that, and he goes, that's disgusting. Because he just goes, nope. Like, and listen, he's a punter. I got it. But get the man in some Oklahoma drills. Like, I don't know what to do at this point.
Oklahoma drills are not even legal anymore.
Listen, get him in some Oklahoma drills because at this point, if I watch J.K. Scott,
he won't play football. He won't want to play football if you put him in Oklahoma drills.
Listen, I know he just graduated high school because that's how old he is. But like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, at least pretend to get it. Like, fall down in front of them, so at least they got to hurdle over you.
Yeah, they'll trust me. They're doing something in practice to help him with that.
But they didn't do it. The Jacksonville game was literally, and then it was the same exact, and it happened again.
They probably thought, and this is what happened. They probably were like, this is a one-off situation. Now they're thinking, okay, we can't put him in these situations, but come on, dude. Now we have to do something drill-wise so that you actually, I don't know, because yes, it was piss poor.
Like, Kenny Clark needs to sit him down and be like, hey,
Kenny Clark.
Hey, you know how I'm the only guy on the defensive line, but shout out to Kiki because he had 2 sacks, did great on Sunday. You know how I'm the only guy on the line? I'm going to show you how to eat a man. I'm going to show you how to make at least a tackle and like, you know,
just be like, just be a disturbance.
In the way. Just be in the way.
Understanding how to use your body to be in the way. Slow him down a little bit. Yeah,
like, listen, you would run through me. It would hurt. It would hurt me. You would.
Yeah, but you're gonna at least like make sure that I have to actually either avoid you or something.
Correct.
Some sort of deterrent. But
just use my voice, and that would deter you away out of bounds.
What is that noise?
Exactly. Just like run out. You're like, no, and just run out the stairs.
Sonic. Ooh, what? Yeah, just because this is a copycat league. And we're in a league where right now I think the Packers are putting together great bodies of work. I don't want to say great, but really good bodies of work. That's not good to have on film.
No.
And teams are going to see what they can do scheme-wise and try to scheme up special teams to try to make plays because any way that they can control the clock, take over the ball, in regards to field position and all that stuff and make the most of field position. Like special teams is a thing that people take for granted and you can win games and especially come playoff time
when you know it's good.
Yep. Like, so just want to be mindful of that. Let's just be mindful of special teams and our, like what we're doing to set up field position and stuff like that as well from a return game aspect. So
listen, Tyler Swervin Irvin, he was back there. It was good to have him back. Tavon Austin was inactive, so we didn't get to see him go out there. But, I
didn't expect him to be active first week. So
but the J.K. Scott thing, I'm like, buddy, just get in the way. Like, even if you don't tackle him, just get in the way. So he has to take another step to the inside, and maybe somebody can tackle him for you. Yeah, here's the thing, Ryan Grant. One of the first concerts I ever went to was a Rise Against concert. Big fan of Rise Against. Don't know if you've heard of them. Chicago band.
I've not.
Yeah.
Maybe I have, but
they're like punk, like little metal action, hard rock, what have you. I like them. So we were in the House of Blues in Boston.
There you go.
And there was a whole mosh pit. There's like a big old circle, right? There's a big old circle.
We're starting to learn a little about Tom.
Tommy was playing. Tommy was playing.
Tom gets after it a little bit.
Tom was playing. Oh, listen. Once Prayer of the Refugee hits, Tommy jumping into that mosh pit. All
right, there we go.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that being said, I moshed, and I'm like standing on the side, getting a little bit of a breather.
Yeah.
And there's a guy, a very large man, who sees me and just books it straight at me. So what I did was I sidestepped out of the way and it legitimately knocked out the person behind me. So the point is, what I'm saying is J.K. Scott needs to be the person who got knocked out. Just get in the way.
Yeah, just be willing to
get in the way. Because right now, he's me.
You literally have to take one for the team. Yes.
And that's it.
Don't do a Tom.
Don't do a Tom. Don't do it. I hope that.
Don't be Tom.
Pretty sure that person had a broken nose. Hope they're okay from years ago. But
a phenomenal story, Tom, because
I thought the analogy was appropriate.
The guy beelined it for you.
He probably heard me speak.
Interestingly enough,
I was probably singing, and he was just
threw him
like,
off with the sonic. He was like, "What is that?"
Ruining my concert experience. Yeah.
It's funny because I actually have seen that happen in mosh pits before.
Yeah, they're great.
And I appreciate your awareness.
I've seen heads cracked open, broken arms. I've seen a lot of things in mosh pits.
Tom, I don't know about you, but it sounds like you're talking about the first rule. You don't talk about Fight Club. I don't know what you're talking about.
Fight Club is a whole different story, my friend. Fight Club is a whole different. We don't talk about Fight Club on here.
What you're describing might be rule number one.
We talk about jujitsu on here.
Okay,
all right,
we
talk about jujitsu, and that's where we go. But okay, I feel better now. I'm glad we went on that little tangent, because now, speaking of Matt Flynn for the win, we should get Matt Flynn on here. I'd love to talk to Matt Flynn. Get Matt Flynn on here.
We'll take that. I'll hit Matt Flynn. I'll hit Matt today.
Hey, Matt. There's this guy. Just wear headphones that are just like noise canceling. You'll be fine. But it's noise canceling on the inside, so you're fine. But we're playing the Detroit Lions next week on Sunday. Flexed into the 4:25 game, which, listen, I ain't going to complain about, because that means I don't have to stream it. I'm all good about that.
There you go.
So, listen, Lions coming away with a W after firing Matt Patricia and good old GM Quinn. Beating the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, hold on, Ryan, how many games have the Bears lost in a row?
I don't know. I have no idea, but I know it's a lot. 5?
Oh, no, it's 6. Oh, it's 6 in a row. Remember, they were 5-1. Yeah, that was
wow, they were.
Yeah, it was great.
What a terrible look at his face. Wow, you're a terrible individual, Tom. But
what I am just saying statistics that are on a page.
Man, wow. They've lost 6 in a row. They were 5-1.
I remember when the Bears were talking about how they were number 1 in the North, how they were going to be getting that number 1 spot. Oh, man, those were good times. I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers, too.
Pepperidge Farm, yeah.
Yeah. That honestly, the descent for the Chicago Bears has been one of the only highlights of 2020. It really has been just the spiciest.
We'll work on that off season. But yes, I do. I am. There's a slight joy.
A slight one.
There's a slight holiday spirit and joyous nature to the fact that the Bears are once again subpar in the terms of the gauge of NFL football. They are very much par in the terms of what they've been doing. So their standard.
That's true. That's nothing much has changed there.
Yes, not much has changed, but I like that their standard is below the below standard.
We're saying this, and like I hope 5 years from now, like we don't suck, and like it's just the Bears.
It's okay. We listen. If according to what we just spoke about earlier in the podcast, Aaron Rodgers might still be playing, so that would be
that's true. We won't suck.
Impossible.
That is very true. Listen, I think at what point do all these NFC North teams, like they're fans of these teams, just stop being fans when we get back-to-back Hall of Fame QBs? Like, at what point are they just like, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to go, the Chargers don't have any fans. I'm going to go there.
And I also don't know why the Chargers, anybody, if you're a Chargers fan, just literally lobby to go to any other team.
There's plenty of openings.
Interest to go to the Packers, but just any other team. Like
you should really, you deserve better.
Exactly. It's like, it's not even a matter of like, you deserve to just go to any, we're all giving you a free pass to just pull the plug.
That's it. No
pull
judgment.
Rip
no
it off.
judgment.
Yeah, just rip it off.
You can even bandwagon. That's fine.
Yeah, and there is no. We're not even. Yeah,
it's
we're
better
not even
for your mental health.
Because and you can say, hey, I came from the Chargers, and nobody's gonna go.
People are gonna be like,
no,
oh,
they're
honey,
gonna say,
come on in.
No,
you have some warm food
totally
inside.
Say it's understood. It's very much understood. Would you like some refreshments? You're gonna get preferential treatment.
You ever see the movie Crazy Stupid Love?
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You've seen the movie?
Of course. Yeah.
Great scene where Steve Carell's like getting all made up, right? Like he's fixing up his
getting
wardrobe.
Sharp. Yeah.
Ryan's fixing him up, right?
Yeah.
And Ryan Gosling looks at him and says, "Be better than the Gap. Be better than the Chargers.
There you go.
Just be better."
And all you fans, I believe that you are better than the Chargers. So
and the Gap.
So just be better. Give yourself some. Just come to the Packers. We welcome all fans, and we're already your second favorite team, so you might as well just make us your favorite team. Might
as well come on down. So we're playing the Detroit Lions, who are banged up. DeAndre Swift didn't play this past week. Adrian AP had himself a nice game, had 2 touchdowns. But Galladay's been in and out. Looking at this game, because I can never take it for granted, because listen, the Giants, they beat the Seahawks.
Whoa.
Wow. You also had the Washington football team beat the undefeated Steelers.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good. To be in a tied
for number one.
I tell you what, 2020, what a year. But
listen,
you just keep getting things thrown at us. Like, whoa.
Here's what I'm going to say. And you can relate because you were on the Washington football team for a spell. I love Alex Smith. I think he gets comeback player of the year regardless no
matter what he does.
Regardless, the fact that he's winning games and he had like a huge gash and like bleeding all over himself in the game on Monday, and he still was just like, nope, threw some, flex tape on it and just went out there and continued to play. And like, I'm not a huge fan of the front office there, but I root for a lot of players on that team. And I think
the front office there.
The Washington say it again.
I said, I don't think anybody's a fan of the front office.
Yeah. Okay, good. I didn't see, I didn't know.
Even the front office is like, well, we get it. We got.
Yeah, we get it. So that's the thing though. So like, I think it'd be also a perfect way to end 2020 if the Washington football team won the NFC East. I think it would just
with a losing record, but it only makes it mega if it's with a losing. Yes. I don't know how that works. I actually don't know how this is going to play out and how it can. I don't even know if it can play out, but it would be wonderful if the Washington football team was able to win the NFC East with a losing record. And then all the other teams also, of course, have a losing record.
It would just be a beautiful. There's actually a scenario. It's not a likely scenario. There's a scenario in which the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Washington football team still make the playoffs. All 3 of them at the same time. Like, there is still a nightmare scenario out there
awesome.
that
awesome.
actually could occur.
Hey, 2020, honestly, you never know.
I'm not putting it past a single thing from this year, so we're not doing it. But looking at the Lions game, I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, the Green Bay Packers need to continue to keep on rolling and destroy the Detroit Lions.
Is it trap? Is it a trap game? Because it's divisional?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, divisional games, listen, they could go either way. The Chiefs and the Broncos.
As I said, divisional games are one of those where it's like, no, you're still going to be competing.
Throw it all out the window.
I don't think it shouldn't be. This should be a pretty dominant game. I would like to see us. Let's get some points up early in the first.
Yeah. Do a lot in first. Let's do a lot in the third. I like that combination.
Let's come out. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what I would like to see. Of course, I want everybody to be balanced and everything like that. But I would like to see us starting fast and then also coming out of halftime oiled and ready to go. Because I think we settled pretty well. I think we've been doing we've come pretty good second quarter, stuff like that. So I'd like to see that. I don't just stop Adrian Peterson. I love Adrian AP just because he's still getting it done, but stop Adrian Peterson. Display your toughness, display your AP stuff, but just keep that under wraps. What else we got? and run the ball. You know what? This
That's
is one
what
of
I
those
was going
games
to get to.
that I think
Running.
that maybe the wide receiving core just take a little break.
Little Blitzky. Devontae gets his 2 touchdowns in the first
Yeah,
quarter.
yeah, you do whatever you got to do. Get guys, give them what you got, and maybe give Aaron let Aaron throw a couple, whatever he does. Aaron does what he does, so let him do what he does.
Tim Boyle gets some reps.
Let's get these guys in that backfield some reps,
Agreed.
and I mean reps. Let's get Jamal. You know what? I'm looking. Let's get Jamal 12 carries. Can we get Jamal 12 carries? Can we get a 15 and 12?
Ooh.
Shoot, if we can get, because I think that's solid. We can get two weeks back to back of 15, get 12 on Jamal, get AJ maybe 6.
Well, is he back?
I don't know. He's back. He's been on. It's like 8 weeks.
Yeah,
he's
been on there
what is the deal?
I know he went back to practice, but he wasn't participating last week.
And is this all? What is this about?
I mean, so LaFleur couldn't comment on it because HIPAA and stuff, but he was on the COVID list for ever. So I don't know if he just had complications with it. I don't know.
Oh, well. All right. We'll forget that then. Yeah.
Who knows? He might be ready to go this week. I'm not sure, but
yeah, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, but I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
I'd also like to see, from a specific play stance, like to see some screens. I'd like to see. I'm a big play action guy, so I love play action.
You know what I want a lot of? I want a lot of MVS. And here's
you want to see MVS. Okay.
MVS, dropped a bomb, literally dropped a bomb on Sunday. And you should have seen this chat. The fans were, cut him now. He's so terrible. But who's running right next to Aaron Jones on his 77-yard run, making the blocks, working his ass off? I'm just saying.
They don't care about the intangibles. Those are the things that you literally look on film and coaches are saying, yo, you see this right here? And they're circling it with the laser like this. And they're doing this.
Because that's how you stay on a team.
Yeah.
That's how.
This will get you. This will keep you in the league. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Well,
that'll keep you in the league. And that's how they're doing it. They're circling it with the laser over and over again.
They did the Chargers for Hard Knocks this past summer. I was watching it, and they were saying that the reason why Keenan Allen gets the ball so many times is because he blocks his ass off. And he goes, I'm only going to throw to guys who actually block. And guys like Allen Lazard, MVS, they've become really good blockers. So I'm about it. Get the strong run game going. Let's get MVS some confidence as we head into this last quarter of the season. And let's
step it up. Everything. I think this is where we're going to go now. For now, these next couple of weeks, we're putting together performances. Now we're just looking. Let's fine tune things. Fine tune them up.
That's it.
We're looking at everything seems to be working. The machine's rocking and rolling. We're just fine tuning some things. Let's make sure we need a little WD-40. Boom, a little oil it up. Let's get it going.
Now I got one last question for you.
What do you got, champ?
And we've talked about this before on the show. So the Packers are currently number 2 in the NFC, one game behind the New Orleans Saints. Saints still have the Chiefs to play. So if the Packers win out, Saints drop 1, boom, we're that number 1 seed. Only one team getting a bye this week. So what you've seen from the Green, you know where I'm going with this, from what you've seen from the Green Bay Packers this season, do you think the bye would help them or hurt them?
Help or hurt? Ooh, watch how I do this cryptic.
I can't wait to watch
how I answer this cryptically. I would not be mad if we had a bye. But I would prefer not to.
Really? Ooh. It's from 2011, isn't it?
I only speak from the heart based on experience and awareness.
2010 was better than 2011.
Well, it's funny. I think that it's a combination of things. I think guys are starting to get healthy. And I think that if we can start putting together performances like we're doing and follow strong and let's say we keep that momentum. Let's say we go 3-1, 4-0 in the fourth quarter. That's momentum. You're talking 5, 6, you know what I mean? 5-1, 6-0 in the last. You want to keep that pushing because teams are going to be like, damn, these guys are clicking. You know what I mean? And like I said, at the end of the day, you're never like, oh man, we got a bye.
Yeah.
No, like what? Get out of here. Because that's it's a benefit of, and making the most of that benefit and being able to turn it on is hard. So yeah, I'm not mad. They get a bye. It's much deserved, and the pressure's on the floor to figure out what to do. But I would prefer let's just keep it rocking and rolling. They've done a good job of adjusting, and I think that if we can keep guys healthy right now, let's just play ball.
The only reason, because I completely agree and understand with what you're saying. The only reason is, one, Aaron Rodgers has never had an NFC Championship game in Lambeau Field. One.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You're right.
But two, I'm looking right now, Saints, Seahawks, Rams, Buccaneers, Cardinals, right? And then maybe like the Vikings.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I still don't. This is the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I still think, because how I think it plays out, I think the NFC Championship still has to go through Green Bay. And the reason why, because I don't see the only other team as of right now. We're going off of what the records are right now. The only other team would be the Saints, and I don't see the Saints following through.
Do you think that even if the Saints won the number 1 seed, they're going to lose?
No, I think it's, yeah.
I got you.
I think, yeah, it's gonna be tough for them to I don't know. I just think it's gonna be tough. Whoever they play, it's gonna be tough. If they play Tampa Bay, it's gonna be tough. If they play Seattle, it's gonna be tough. Let's say they happen to play Arizona. It's just tough, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna play out in regards to, but I don't know. I still think it goes through Green Bay. So the bye is great, yeah, and it would be wonderful to be able to get that situations, but I still think that let's keep that momentum. I don't think Aaron's right now. He's like Green Bay, Tampa Bay, New Orleans, baby. I'll play anywhere.
He said, now I'm getting it confused. I don't know if it was last year or if it was in Atlanta in 2016 where he's like, we got to get one of these at home. And that's the
I remember hearing him last year as well. I remember, like, yeah, I've heard him say it a few times. Yeah. And I think, yeah.
The only reason is I think, because listen, the Packers, I will say, without fans in Lambeau, which, by the way, there might be fans the final 2 games in December. There have been talks about that. But, like, I wouldn't say that the Packers really have excelled at home this year. Like, yeah, I don't think there's like a noticeable difference of like, they're like super dominant because they're at home. And
if
like,
you could bring fans back, then it's like, well,
that's a different story.
Especially with teams that are not used to playing with, you know what I mean?
I
think it's actually an even added factor if in the playoffs now they start to use fans and all these teams have not been playing. Whoa, if you have home, because yes, okay. So if the Saints,
that's where the Saints,
let's say the Saints are able to have fans in the playoffs and the whole season they haven't, teams are now like, what the hell? It's so loud. Yeah, okay, that could be a problem. So if that is the case, yeah, maybe we want that. But if they're still saying with no fans, I don't care. Just keep it pushing. Let's just play ball.
I got you.
But I think that could be an issue. Yeah.
We shall see how it plays out, my friend. We got 4 games left, but don't you worry because the Green Bay Packers will be heading to the playoffs, so you'll still be getting some
more than
Grant and Grossi goodness. So don't you worry. After that, then we go into the second part of our show, which has nothing to do with football, and it really just dives deep into therapy.
I knew I was waiting. I was going to say it because that's actually what those are our 2 passions.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to give
and there's a lot to work with here.
And there is. We've got a lot. This year has given us so much.
Yes. That's it. So Ryan Grant, appreciating as always. Yes. Please tell the people where they can find you.
They can find me at Twitter, Ryan Grant 25. And Instagram, Ryan.Grant, or Facebook, but probably won't respond on Facebook just because don't really check it. So,
I don't ever check Facebook.
Yeah, but every so often I check it, and it's like somebody that I went to middle school with. And they're like, "Hey, man, long time no talk," and I'm like, "I don't even remember."
Let's continue not talking. Let's keep the tradition up.
But feel free to hit me up. I've gotten some funny folks hitting me up recently. But
there you go. Slide into the DMs. That's it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even tell you. So it's a special day tomorrow.
Oh.
the big birthday's tomorrow.
For you?
Yeah, for me.
The big bird?
Yep. Listen, are you the trifecta, the Holy Trinity? Did you know that me, Aaron, and Aaron Jones are all Sagittarius?
I mean, Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers have the same birthday.
Yeah, but that's phenomenal for them. But
I mean, I'm just saying, Ryan, like that kind of connection with a running back and quarterback. I mean,
it is phenomenal. Yeah. So that's probably why I didn't perform the way
that's why I'm saying,
Aaron
like,
did.
things didn't work out. I mean, because I don't know when I don't remember when Brett's birthday is.
No idea, but I know it's not.
It's not here. It's not here. Well, in that case, Mr. Ryan Grant, I wish you a very early, happiest of birthdays. We got any COVID plans, or is it just?
No, there's no
chilling?
plans. No.
No, just gonna keep being awesome. That's it.
Yeah, the plan is to continue to show off who I am.
That's it, baby. That's it, baby.
Just be
fantastic. Well, a very happy birthday. We'll be sure to get a little Twitter train going on tomorrow. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
I'm just waiting for the Packers to actually acknowledge it.
Oh,
that's it. All I want is the Packers to just be like, "Happy birthday, Ryan." I see all these other teams over the years. All these other teams, they say they give happy birthday to all the former guys, and I'm like, "Yo, you don't even got to put a picture up. Just write happy birthday." Give me a quick little hey. That's it.
Well, I can tell you that the Green Bay Packers are about to get a lot of tweets tomorrow. Like a lot of tweets. Like,
don't you dare tweet without there. There you go.
A lot of tweets. I am going to be the Grossi posse is going to take care of this. We're gonna. If we could get Pat McAfee to respond, we could get the Green Bay Packers to wish you a happy birthday.
There you go.
I'm gonna clip this one part. And I'm going to literally title it at the Packers to tweet Ryan Grant happy birthday.
You know
what's going to happen.
I wouldn't be mad at like a Ryan Grant highlight. Like, oh.
That's it, baby.
But it might be really fast, those Ryan Grant highlights.
That's fine. That's fine. But listen, it's there.
It's there.
That's all that matters.
So, yeah.
So
that'd be cool.
Listen, there was like that one time that, I was at training camp, actually, and then I was at the preseason game. I was on the field. And Aaron was like, and I was like, oh my God, hi. He wasn't waving to me, but I imagine.
But it felt like it for that.
It happened. So, not really, but it happened. So,
yeah.
Beautiful thing. Well, you could always find me. I always love the endings of these. This is where they just like professionalism just go like it's just gone. It's the best.
I don't even know. Is professionalism a word that we use when it comes to the?
Oh no. Like remember we were talking about par and subpar, like with the bear.
Well, here's the thing. I think that we're in a different space. People, they come to us because they appreciate the fact that we're very honest. First of all, clearly humor is our
forte. Speaking of the Bears,
is what we bring into the table. So if we can do one of these starch tight knit podcasts, and it would be terrible.
It'd be awful. I would
because it's not who we are. So I don't think we're subpar. I just think that we did.
No. I don't think we are subpar. I think our professionalism in
okay. I'm with you.
That's what I'm. No. We are. We're birdies. We are eagles.
Exactly.
Well, not the Philadelphia Eagles because they're asking, but like I'm talking in golf terms.
Yeah.
We got this.
I know. I got it. I picked it up.
We got this. You picked up what I was throwing down.
I did. I picked it up.
I got you. Appreciate it.
See, it's like I'm telling you, man. Good to do.
That's it. I'm Tom Grossi. You can find me at the Tom Grossi things. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Ryan Grant. And as always, go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.